Hey guys, this is Aaron with Joe's Game Electronics, and today I'll be showing you guys how to repair an Xbox One X backplate. So this plate looks like it was maybe dropped and then the plate on the back fell off. This is the replacement backplate. This is going to be tearing apart the whole console, every single bolt, taking the board out and replacing this whole metal piece in the backplate. So let's jump right into it. We're going to be using a T10 bit to start off. If anything in this repair seems too difficult for you guys, feel free to contact us or send it in for us to repair. We also do sell all parts and tools used in this video on our website, joesg.com. Everything will be linked below. So after you take that top cover off, we're pretty much gonna have to remove everything here. So first off, there's a ribbon here on the power button. I pop that up on the ribbon. And then I'm gonna unscrew these 3 screws, and I will be unscrewing these 3 screws. Those will be a T8 or a T9. Let's see. Make sure to keep your screws all organized properly so you don't lose where you are putting all your screws. I use this rubber mat here that has spots to put all the screws, so I put all the gold ones in one spot and everything else. We do sell this mat on our website. So next I will be pulling out this power button plate, and I just like to pull up on it gently here. And as I pull up, I make sure not to pull too far and just pop that ribbon out. Put this to the side. Now flip it on its side. There's a Wi-Fi card here. We're gonna unscrew that. Make sure to remember the 2 longer silver screws go in the back and the black shorter one goes up front. If you do have any questions about any of this repair, feel free to comment in the comment sections below and we will try to get back to you as soon as possible. And while I'm on it with the T8, I'm going to unscrew these 2 screws here that hold the USB, the front USB, and then these 4 that hold the heatsink in. And then I'm going to switch back to the T10 screwdriver bit, and I will be putting or unscrewing the rest of the screws here. These 6 screws, this one, this one, this one, this one, and these 2 are all the main body screws that hold the casing to the back cover, or to the back cover plate, yeah. And then we're gonna unscrew the rest. After everything's unscrewed, all we're gonna do is pull at the back of the console here. At the back, you're just gonna pull straight up. And as you pull up, pull outwards. And you'll see here, we pulled out. And there's these little slots that actually go into the inside of this here, as you can see. So we'll put that to the side and we'll get working on this here. So there's two screws, two T10 screws that we're gonna unscrew. Remember that the shorter T10 screw here, the shorter one goes right here, right above the disk drive and the power supply. Now that we're got everything unscrewed, we can pop up this top metal plate and just pull up carefully on it. It does have little pieces that actually hold it in place. So just pull up carefully on it and make sure not to break anything. And we're into the console now. So from here, I'm gonna start from the top down. We're gonna remove everything down to the motherboard. So I'm gonna actually pull the disk drive up here. And when I pull the disk drive off, I'm gonna pull the power supply straight up. Pull the power supply to the side. Unplug the disk drive, just these two connections. Put that to the side. And then I'm gonna unplug the fan here and pull up on the fan and the power supply. It just comes right off. Put that to the side. We're down to the board. So technically you don't have to remove. If you'd like to remove, you can remove these two connections on the HDD, the hard drive. And then all you're gonna do, it's gonna sit in place like this. All you're gonna do is pop it up and pull. Pull out, and that's it. So these ports here, all these ports actually slip into place here. I'll show you on the new one. They slip into place and hold it in. So we're gonna pull that off, and there's this. We're gonna get rid of this one. There's a new one. So just like we took it apart, we're gonna start putting it back together. So slide in, I'll show you guys on both here. Slide in all the ports and then push down. It should just fall right into place. Don't force anything. If it's not working, make sure nothing's in the way. After you slide everything in there, we're gonna grab the fan and the power supply. Slide them on here. I'm gonna make sure in the back here that this connection to the power supply actually falls into the correct place. Connect the fan. And then before we connect that power supply, we're gonna put this down. Put the power supply into place here. And something feels a little iffy here, so let's check. Everything seems like it's good. And that's all put back together. Now, we're gonna grab that top cover again and just carefully slide it on. Carefully slide it into place. And we're gonna screw in the top two screws there, remembering that the shorter one goes right here. This longer one goes right here. Now that that's all in, you're gonna flip it upside down. Here's where it gets a little bit more difficult. So I like to grab these two screws here, two of the main board screws that went into this place, and to make sure that doesn't actually go in incorrectly, I screw in a little bit at first. I'll screw in a little bit, not all the way tight, and then go on this way, and just so I screw it in tight properly the whole way. So as I do that, you just don't want it to be all aligned properly. So after I check that, it looks good to me. It looks like it's all in place there. Have it focus in. There you go, it's all focused in. So it looks like it's all good in place. Now let's put in the rest of the screws for the main board here. Same thing with the hard drive. You want it to be aligned properly, so put in one screw, then I just like to screw it in across from each other just so it goes in all straight and doesn't come in too tight one way or not the other. And those are the main screws that we just screwed in. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Those are the main screws of the board. So during this repair, I also noticed that our back cover has a couple broken rivets that came off here. So we'll also be replacing the back cover. I've showed this in a video before. If you'd like to watch that, check out our YouTube channel. But to change the back cover, I'm just going to unscrew these two here for the USB port. And pop this USB port out. Put this back cover to the side. And then I'm going to grab our new back cover. This is how we sell them here. We sell them with the port in there and the eject button. So we're just gonna grab that USB port that we pulled off our original one, put it onto our console here. And then just screw in these two screws. Once that's in, we're just gonna repeat the process here again. You're gonna wanna slide this into place, but before I do that, I'm gonna grab my power button. I hate messing with this when it's all tight, so I like putting this on first. This is the ribbon that goes to the power button from the eject button. I'm gonna just slide it in there, pop it on, plug it in, and then slide our piece back into place. Sometimes it could be a little bit difficult, but there you go, got it. So now, I'm gonna grab our screws here. Main board screws, or not main board, main housing screws here. Let's screw them all in. Now I'm gonna clip this front USB back in and screw in those two screws. Switch back to the T8. Now that that's all in, we're gonna grab the 3 gold screws that go onto the front power board here. Now let's screw them in. And then lastly, before we put the whole unit back together here, I'm gonna put this Wi-Fi module back into place. Last thing I like to do before finishing up this whole project is I like to put in these last 4 screws that hold the heatsink in. So let's get to it. Once I got those last 4 screws in, last step, easiest step, we're gonna grab that top cover that we pulled off the unit, slide it back into place, clip it on, slide it back, and put the last 2 screws in. Make sure to switch out your bit. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. If you guys have any questions on how to tear down your whole Xbox or any other questions on how to fix your electronics, feel free to reach out to us. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.